I always like to think that Blackbeard would end up being the one to kill Shanks.
The Yonkos have to square off, and Luffy's kind of already friends with Buggy in a sense, and friends with Shanks in a sense. That's why I'm going with Blackbeard as the final battle.
I feel like Emu's going to be the ending. I feel like some of the stuff that we're talking about, like Blackbeard, Shanks, stuff like that, are going to be stepping stones.
They're going to have the Celestial Knights, the Gorosei. They're going to be going out fighting on behalf of Emu. I don't think Emu is going to be fighting against anybody.
So we are back, and today we're going to be talking about who will be the final battle in One Piece, or what will be the final battle in One Piece. You never know. I hope y'all guys enjoy the video, like, comment, subscribe, and all that. 90% of the people that watch these videos aren't subscribed, so maybe you should hit that subscribe button. Who will the final battle be? Who will the battle be? I feel like it's up in the air though. I feel like Oda's leaving a lot of crumbs to stuff, but I don't know. I feel like it could be anything. Which I think.
I feel like it's going to be an all-out war, to be honest, especially with this last chapter of showing Dr. Vegapunk talking about all the different people that showed up on the panel, from Luffy to Blackbeard, Shanks, the Gorosei, even going down to Kobe and all of them. I feel like that also would be pretty interesting because it kind of would repeat history in a sense, going back to like when Roger and Garp was on the island going against the Rock Pirates, and how it was all of them kind of all fighting against each other. And that was like another point of history in with a big battle that divided up all the teams of the Rock Pirates. Like everybody was all there going at it with each other.
I feel like we all know it's going to be a war. That, like, right. I know y'all chose the world government. Like, it's going to be like an all-out war. I feel like that's the obvious part. Like, we know it's going to be a war. They already shown the foreshadowing. Blackbeard has been talking about he's gearing up for a war against the Revolutionary Army and the world government. Everybody's gearing up. So I think it's going to be a war. But, like, what happens at the end of the war, to me, is what is the actual answer. And I feel like the Yonkos have to square off. And Luffy's kind of already friends with Buggy in a sense. And friends with Shanks in a sense. That's why I'm going with Blackbeard as the final battle. But I do think y'all are right in a sense. But I think something has to happen outside of the war to show another significant moment. Because we know the war is going to be long as hell and it's going to be a lot of fighting.
100%. I feel like it's going to bounce all over the place. Like, I don't feel like for a moment. I feel like it's going to come down to some lock battle between Shanks, Luffy, and Blackbeard. Maybe even one of the Aokiji might even
Shanks
be there.
Got to get phased out, my boy. It's time for Shanks to go. I think he's gonna die by probably like Garling or something. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Shanks will be. Yeah, I think he has to die. It's time for the New World Order. He's the only old Yonko still standing. It's time for him to have his moment with Luffy. And then in the war, he'll probably go against the Revolutionary Army. But it's time for Shanks to go. No matter how much we like him in the Legend of Shanks, it's time for him to go. He'll probably see foreshadowing of like Luffy as the Pirate King. And he's like, all right, it's my time.
I mean, the hat got to be passed off at some point, but I don't know. I don't think he's going to die, though. That would be interesting, though, if he did. I don't think he will, though.
I always like to think that Blackbeard would end up being the one to kill Shanks. To make Blackbeard. Yeah, like it'd be nice to see, like Mike just said, you had Shanks here for so long. He's the only OG, really, in a sense. And Blackbeard already took out one. He's a hated man already. So why not make him kill off somebody else who's actually beloved? Definitely like Shanks. And then that way, it's just we can avoid the whole Luffy versus Shanks thing, because I honestly don't think that would end up happening either, to be honest.
If it happens, it's probably going to be like an Itachi Sasuke moment, but not as enjoyable because the hatred isn't there. So since they haven't built the hatred between Shanks and Luffy, I don't see it. I do like how it kind of seems like they're playing around with it. I've seen some theories that like Shanks has a twin or something like that. That I've seen going around. I'm not really interested in that. I kind of just hope Garling. I really want Blackbeard to take out Shanks because I'm with Khalil. I think it'll heighten the story. But I just don't see it for real. I think Garling, one of the world government has to get hated a little bit more. But I'm curious if y'all think Emu will become a part of it, or will Emu just be a weapon? What you got?
I think Emu is the ending. I feel like the way that they're talking up Emu, some of the stuff they've seen, like you can see they talk about he sees the hat. He was talking about what's it, Vivi, and all that. Like, you seen the pictures and stuff, and how long he's lived. There's theories out there that said that he made someone use the immortality on him and all types of stuff. I feel like Emu's going to be the ending. I feel like some of the stuff that we're talking about, like Blackbeard, Shanks, stuff like that, are going to be stepping stones to this, because I feel like Emu, because he's able to use the Mother Flame and everything else, I feel like is probably one of the stronger beings in the show.
Is Emu actually a guy though?
I think Emu's a girl.
I mean,
I
might be misgendering the man, misgendering the person. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying. I feel like Emu person thing, whatever. I feel like it's probably going to be the ending.
I'm with you in a sense, but I think Emu's going to like clear the battlefield. Like I think Emu has only been shown to like be the great equalizer. So I think Emu is going to like, it's going to be a war between all of these people, and Emu might be what separates the strong from the weak. Mm-hmm. And I think all the weak people are going to have to leave, but like the Luffy, Blackbeard, Shanks of the world, I think are going to be able to stay on the battlefield, and then it's time for the big dogs to be the big dogs. That's why I don't think it'll end with the war. Something has to happen after, and somebody has to be crowned Pirate King.
I feel like Emu is there to play him or her. They're people like chess. They're gonna have the Celestial Knights, the Gorosei. They're gonna be going out fighting on behalf of Emu. I don't think Emu is gonna be fighting against anybody for real. Emu might get confronted maybe later on at some point in time, but I don't think it's gonna be like hand for hand.
How do we know Emu's not a figurehead? That's just something with power.
It could be that too. That's why I said I don't think they'd be fighting.
I don't know. The fact that the Gorosei are kind of like it's Emu, I feel like it's a reason why though. Even if I don't think it's just a figurehead. And the reason
when
why
you say it's Emu, they don't ever seem scared.
It was like when what's that in the Reverie when they sent I forgot the guy, the one from Alabasta, when they were talking. It was literally they were talking.
Vivi's dad.
Yeah, Vivi's dad. When he showed up, they were talking. Emu literally just walked on screen and it was like off him, and it was over. They didn't even really do all much talking after that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a person with that much power can't just be a figurehead like Bucky.
What if it's like Iron Man 2 when they had this person who's supposed to be the great killer or whatever? I'm not going to say the word, but and then when you finally meet them, they're just a figurehead. It's easy to make somebody walk out and do something, especially if they're controlled or they're giving the person something that they want or they're holding them hostage. It makes sense for them to have a head above them that they can control.
Placeholder for fear.
Correct.
I don't know. I can see, like I said, the fact that they're saying that Emu's strong enough to use or has done it, and the reason why, like I said, I think the reason why I don't think Blackbeard and them are going to be left is because they've shown Blackbeard's island already. I feel like it would give a point for it to be his own arc, kind of like Whole Cake or Dressrosa or when he fought Crocodile.
What does his island have to do with
because it would be them going to Blackbeard's island because Garp is there and Pudding is there and all those people are there. Luffy goes to Blackbeard's island to save Garp and in turn confronts Blackbeard and beats Blackbeard. Same way.
Oh, so you think that's going to happen before the ending?
I think that it's going to be a stepping
stone. I think Blackbeard's going to bring
between them.
I think Blackbeard's going to bring them to the war.
No, I don't think that. I think that they're going to go to the island to save Garp. He's going to find out Garp's there. He's going to go there. And Blackbeard's going to be like, I can't let you take Garp and Pudding and the rest of them, right? And he has to fight Luffy and Blackbeard. Luffy and Blackbeard have to fight at that point. And I feel like I don't think I don't have the time. I don't think for them to lose, they leave, and then Luffy comes back stronger and fights him.
Because we did see a panel where they were saying, where's Commodore at? Like, they're waiting for him to return. So it could be hinted that they might be coming back before.
I think you underestimate how long this war is actually about to be. One Piece is already extremely long. Honestly, the One Piece war might be as long as Bleach.
They're saying that One Piece is supposed to end in January or something of next year.
You believe that?
Oda continues to say
no,
that.
No, of course. I
was about to say,
but I'm saying if we were to give that time frame, I don't see Luffy fighting Blackbeard or even confronting him, losing and then having to come back or anything, and it's still becoming the final battle.
I don't think it makes sense. I mean, this is just my thought, and we could get back to specifically the ending, but in regards to the ending of the show or manga, I don't think it makes sense for Luffy to confront Blackbeard before the war, because then we're going to have an arc that's specifically around Blackbeard, and then we're going to have the war, but the war would make more sense if Blackbeard's there because of how Blackbeard fights. He's normally strike when the iron is hot. He's not a confront me type of person. He's more proactive than he is reactive. I like the chess player. The chess player does not wait to be attacked, and the chess player in a war is infinitely more interesting than fighting beforehand.
I think it leads it to it though, because of the fact that, like I said, we've seen Pudding and Garp.
The war's already in place.
No, I mean I know it's coming to a head. What I'm saying, the point.
I feel like Kobe might go back to that island again.
I'm saying,
before,
I feel like
before Blackbeard gets there.
Something happens to Pudding and Garp. It leads it to this point where you got Cat. The rest of Big Mom pirates and stuff come out because Pudding's gone. You got Luffy upset because of Garp. You got the Marines and stuff upset because of Garp. It leads it to a point where the war comes to a head earlier than it might have, in general, because of all the people he has on that island.
I don't think that there's an early war. I think the war could happen now or start to happen now, and a lot of the pieces have been put in place. That's the genius of Oda's writing, in my opinion. But we are at that time. I want you guys to let us know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Who do you think the final battle is going to be against? Will it be Emu and the world government, Shanks, Blackbeard, or a full-blown war with everyone? Let us know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe, but your mom's a hoe. And we going to catch you in the next one. Peace.
Not for real, though.
I mean, he meant that. Hisoka going to be in the night.
He gonna be in the back behind you. All right, no way. Peace.